Hello students, I am Dr. Navjot Kaur Kamal. Welcome back to today's module. Dear friends, after knowing about the background about the networking and networking technologies in our last module, today we shall talk in detail about the internet, the network of networks. But why it is mandatory for you all of you to have the in-depth knowledge about this topic? So dear all, internet, which is considered to be the super highway of information and a boon for communication. But can you imagine the technology which was developed as a means of research, education, training and information has become one of the most common tool to commit crimes. So it becomes essential for all of you to know more and more about the internet, the ultimate form of wide area network, which is a complex combination of billions of computers, databases and thousands of technologies. It is the short term for interconnected networks, as millions of the networks are connected worldwide to exchange information. Dear students, the internet, which is believed to be one of the most revolutionary innovation of the millennium, that has completely changed the modern world into a smaller place and has completely changed our lives. Do you know almost 59% of the global population is using internet, and this number is ever increasing with every single day. The technology which we all are obsessed with and almost go insane if happen to be somewhere where there is no internet. Statistics shows that in some countries a user is spending an average of 3 to 4 hours online on the internet. Do you know why it has become so much a part of our lives? The reason being the inexpensive technology and easy to install networking software, which has made networking possible for all the masses. Let us first know what are the uses of internet. We use internet for paying our electricity bill, online shopping, booking our ticket, saying good morning and good night to our dear ones. Biggest alternative for entertainment. Even the marriages which are believed to be made in heaven are now made on internet. Yes, almost each and every activity around us in some form or the other involve the use of internet. Let us now get into the present day networking, where we work at the speed of megabits per second in comparison to earlier kilobits per second. Some of the privileged organizations like NASA even work at the internet speed of gigabits per second. We refer this speed as data transfer rate, that is DTR, the speed with which data is moved from one place on the network to another. DTR is very important key issue in the computer networking, but this speed obviously depends upon the number of devices on the network or number of the user connected, protocol used, error in the network, etc. Let us now see what is the basis of modern day internet. It is the ARPANET, the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, an ambitious project of Department of Defense of United States, which was initiated in early 1960s with the purpose to provide a connection between the computers in different locations, which even resulted in development of earlier protocols. It is very interesting to know what initiated the development of ARPANET. It was the effort of US military to decentralize the important information stored in national security sites, which was at the verge of nuclear attack. Because in 1960s, because of the Cold War, the Soviet Union positioned nuclear missile on the island of Cuba, just 90 miles away from the coast of United States. So US military realized that nuclear attack would destroy US defense system completely. So the solution was to decentralize its most confidential information, and the idea of ARPANET came out. This project was funded by the Pentagon's Advanced Project Agency, ARPA, and the first successful link was established between the computer positioned at the University of California, Los Angeles and Stanford Research Institute But shortly after, University of California, Santa Barbara and University of Utah computers were also added to this system. By 1971, more than 20 sites were connected and the first ever electronic mail was sent by Ray Tomlinson to himself, a computer engineer and programmer for BBN Technologies, a company hired by the United States Defense Department. But how could other superpowers they could left behind? So there came many rival networks like Merit in Michigan, Cyclades in France, CircNet in UK, but they had no similarity with each other or had no compatibility. To solve this problem, ARPA engaged Vinton Cerf, known as the father of internet. He proposed some common set of rules, what we say as protocol. So subsequently all such networks were connected, which lead to the network of networks, the internet. Cerf, along with the scientist Robert E. Kahn, holds the credit of writing the first internet protocol, the Transmission Control Protocol IP suite, which is still considered a standard for networking, where data traveling across the network is considered as packets. These packets travel from one machine to another until they reach their destination. As the packets arrive, the computer receiving the data assembles the packets like a riddle, recreates the message. All the data transfer across the internet works on this principle. Do you know when was the internet commercialized? It is Telnet, introduced in 1974, which led to the concept of Internet Service Provider, the ISP, which provides the internet to its customer at affordable price. But in 1981, National Science Foundation, that is NSF, a government agency supporting the establishment of Computer Science Network, the CSNet, a network which aimed to provide internet services to academic computer science departments, which further led to the development of National Science Foundation Network, that is NSF-NET, in 1985-86, that connected supercomputing centers, research centers and educational centers in United States. And in 1989, when ARPANET closed down and the NSF-NET along with the regional network flourished worldwide, what we say as internet, the network which had the idea of global sharing rather than the earlier experimental network like ARPANET. So with commercialization of internet, it escalated the growth of more and more networks in different parts of the world. But again, all such networks worked on different protocols. So there came the World Wide Web network in 1980s. It was given by Tim Berners-Lee and his associate at CERN, Switzerland, which allowed all such different networks to generate a flawless network of varied networks. The World Wide Web that we know as WWW or commonly called as web. Having discussed about all the historical landmarks in the development of internet, let us now know who is the owner of internet. I tell you exactly no one. No one owns the internet. No single person, no single organization have the control over it. Rather, every person who makes a connection, every group who gets connected to this internet owns a portion of internet. This does not mean that it is not monitored or maintained. There are various agencies like Internet Society, established in 1992, oversees the formation of policies and protocols. Similar, the answer regarding the size of internet, which is very hard to ascertain. With every new day, so many subscribers are being connected to internet. It has almost become a dynamic process. Now, what are the search engines? Dear students, with advancement of internet, to facilitate our search for desired topic, various automated search tools have been developed called as the search engines, available to assist the user in searching various type of the topics. They have directories and index websites. You know the famous search engine which is almost synonym to our queries, the Google. Other famous search engines are Yahoo, Bing, Ask.com, AOL.com, Baidu, Internet Archive, etc. Do you know what is the first search engine? First search engine is Archie, a search engine for the file transfer protocol. The first search engine created was Archie, created in 1990 by Alan M. Teague, a student at McGill University in Montreal. These search engines contain a tool called as Spider and Robot, which crawl and scan the web and list all the pages involving the keyword. They are software programs which request pages much like a regular browser do. Each computer that is linked to the internet is called as a site. So, when you are connected to the internet, the computer you are using is a local site, and the computer you are communicating with is called as remote site. The type of organization that hosts these sites are called as domain. The common domain name extensions are GOV for government, MIL for military, EDU for education institute, COM for commercial providers, and ORG for organization. Dear student, let us now see how to connect to an internet. You need to have two basic ingredients to be connected to an internet. First is obviously a device capable of connecting to internet and to access the internet services, which may be a desktop, laptop, mobile phone, tablet, smartwatches, or even IoTs, that is Internet of Things, where even your door, air conditioner and refrigerator are capable of using internet. The second requirement is internet access. For that, you need to sign up for a specified service. These internet services can be divided into fixed internet and mobile internet. Fixed means restricted to a specific location like broadband connection. As the name suggests, fixed means fixed to a specific location. Nowadays, there are three types of the fixed internet connection. So, first is ADSL broadband, the most widely used internet connection, which uses the well established phone lines to get connected to internet. Next is cable broadband. In this, instead of using phone lines, internet is achieved by specified cables that shares the same line as your TV service. A fast mode of cable, average download speed is 50 megabytes per second. Then you have fiber broadband, a very fast mode of internet used for performing high speed tasks. Mobile internet, which can be used out and about, provided by a mobile phone network. Talking about mobile internet, you can choose your service provider and pay depending upon the prepaid amount or postpaid amount. You can pay as per your usage. In this, we hear of 3G, 4G or 5G technology. This depends upon the speed and capability level, where 3G speed lies up to 3 megabits per second, similar to cable modem, and the 4G speed lies up to 60 megabits per second. You are heading towards the next telecommunication standard, that is 5G, where speed is talked in terms of gigabytes per second. You can select the device and service as per your location, environment and budget. Dear students, internet provides us endless services. You can access any type of text, graphics, audio, videos, sitting any corner of the world. So, let us see what services internet provides to us. The service provided by the internet can be broadly classified into communication services, information retrieval services, web services and World Wide Web. The first category is communication services. In communication services, there are various communication services available that offer exchange of information with individual or groups. We have in this category electronic mail, telnet, news group, internet relay chat, that is IRC, internet telephony, instant messages, etc. Let us talk about email in detail, because email is the biggest gift of the internet, but equally it is a headache in terms of spam mails, phishing mails, the biggest mean of spreading viruses in form of attachment. So, let us see different components of email. Email or electronic mail, one of the most widely used resource of internet, which allow the user to exchange messages. Message can be sent to the multiple recipient also. Some of the popular email services providers are Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, MSN, etc. Dear students, in the world of e-governance, where government also emphasizes on the paperless governance, email provides a highly reliable and acceptable methods of communication. There are 5 sections of emails: email address, header, body, signature and attachment. First part, that is email address, has 2 main parts, that is username and domain name. For example, nkk@forensic.com, where nkk is username and @ is symbol and forensic.com is the domain name. Next is header. Header of an email is the uppermost section which displays information regarding the state of the messages. A header records messages, informations and provides it to the recipient of the message. Headers are present in both outgoing and incoming messages. The headers show information such as time and date of the message, subject of the message, whether carbon copy was sent or not. Here you have also the option of blind copies, where the other recipient would not know that you have sent the blind copy to the other person. Next is whether files are attached to the message or not, the email address of the sender. Why header is important to the digital forensic experts? During the investigation of emails, spam mails or threatening mails, email header provides the important information about the origin, path, sender's IP address, internet service provider, email client and even location also, whether it has originated from legitimate or illegitimate sender. Next component email is body, where you enter the actual message. Next component is signature. The signature is personal information of the sender that automatically gets connected at the bottom of the outgoing message, which may be an optional service. Next component of email is attachment. Email has become all the more user friendly and attractive because of the user can attach the file in any file format, which may be Word document, spreadsheet, images or videos. Let's move to the next type of the communication service, that is Telnet, used to log in to a remote computer attached to the internet. It is a type of application protocol used on the internet to provide a bidirectional interactive text oriented communication facility using virtual terminal connections. Next service is Newsgroup, which provides a forum for the user to have discussion over a particular topic. There is a long list of newsgroup for many topics. Example is Usenet, Cola, etc. Next communication service is Internet Relay Chat, that is IRC, which allows the people from all over the world to communicate in real time. It was invented in 1988, popular form prior to World Wide Web. Not much in use. For example, you have nowadays MIRC for Windows, can be downloaded free for trial versions. Then there is internet telephony or VoIP, that is voice over internet, which allows the user to talk across the internet to any PC equipped to receive the call. Uses voice over internet protocol, which sends the voice data in packets using IP. Then there is most popular, which has further reduced our distance, that is instant messaging service, which offer the real time chat between the user and groups. For example, Yahoo Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger, MSN Messenger, etc. Then there is mailing list service, help us to organize groups of internet users to share common information through email. Next category of service provided by internet is information retrieval services. There exist a number of information retrieval services which offer easy access to information present on the internet, like FTP, the file transfer protocol, which enable the user to transfer files. Then there is Gopher and Veronica, called as very easy rodent oriented net-wide index to computer archives. Both of them are used to search, retrieve and display document on Gopher's servers. Next category of service available on internet is web services. Services available over the internet which provide a link between two applications to provide a real time information. There are few central type of the web services like XML, remote procedure call, SOAP, UDDI and REST. Next category of service is World Wide Web. It supports the user to access all forms of media which may be text, sound, video etc. in a hypertext framework. It is an information system where documents and other resources are identified by unique resource locators, that is uniform resource locators, the URLs, which are interlinked by hypertext. So, when the hypertext is clicked, another web page opens. It is the existence of this hypertext that made the internet so popular and so user friendly. These hypertext documents are highlighted with different color, that is usually by blue color, and the user can shuffle between the related web pages without typing the URL. The uniform resource locator, which is the unique electronic address of specific website storing such web pages. And what do you need to access these pages on your system? You need to have a web browser. Yes, a web browser, which is a software application which works on hypertext transfer protocol, the HTTP, that allow the users to explore endless information stored on the web. Like you have the Internet Explorer as a default browser in Windows, Safari for Mac operating system. There are different types of web browser we can work on like Google Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Firefox Edge, UC browser and many more. They differ in their level of ease, security and speed. Then internet also provide us the option of video conferencing. What we practice in Skype, Google Hangouts, Join.com and Cisco WebEx etc. Video conferences or the video teleconferencing is the method of communicating by two-way video and audio transmission with the help of telecommunication technology. We can have point-to-point or multi-point connections where either two locations are connected or multiple locations can be connected. So, dear students, we stop here and hope by now you are thorough with the most obsessed technology, the internet, and the facilities being available on the internet. Hope you are enjoying a high internet speed and enjoying all the services. So, be connected, be safe. See you in our next module where we will talk about your security now or the security of networks. So, till then, be safe. Take care. Goodbye.